This is why we play.
Gaming is something more.
It's a community, made vibrant and real by AI.
Technology helps us to be part of something bigger.
Games play as if they were real life.
Are you with me now? Said, are you with me now? Ain't felt this good in a while. They want us to simmer down. Can you hear me now? Am I going in and out? I stop and just look around to see if you're with me now.
This is why we play. A community.
Thousands of communities.
Tell me, are you with me now? Ready to put it down. Start at the bottom, already forgot it, but they won't forgive me now. You really ain't ready now. You haters just in the crowd.
Nothing can hold you back.
So, why do you play?
go for a coffee?
Yeah, sure.
Just like sunsets only to rise again, we are back with day number two, rising up in shine early in the morning. You all are watching Lenovo and Intel presents Rise of Legion, Hyderabad gaming monitor partner, ViewSonic, gaming headset partner, Sony InZone connectivity partner, Act FiberNet, and esports partner, TEC, along with talent partner, Maverick. And we were talking about headphones, right? The one with an amazing headset right now is none other than Darshita with me on the casting desk today. Darshita, how are you doing?
Yeah, doing great. I mean, such an energetic introduction is what I just got from my co-caster. So the energy level is just going high and high straight away, and I'm quite excited for the two matches that we are gonna witness today. These actions are just getting intense and intense. I mean, for a fact, I'm from Pune, and it's been raining heavily outside. The
Mhm.
weather seems to be pretty cold, but here, after witnessing these matches and a one-side domination coming up, it just seems to be way too good for me. So yep, things are really getting better. And now with today's schedule, I am excited. I am pumped up. We're going to have two matches for the day. And at the same time, these matches are going to be interesting. But hey, Scared, it all goes down to me asking, what do you think are these teams fighting for? What is on stake right now?
The stakes, they're extremely high for one thing, and the
Yeah.
reason why they're fighting for right now is on our screens, Darshita, because of that total prize pool of 2 lakh rupees, of which the first place will secure 1 lakh for themselves, while the second position will secure 50,000.
That's interesting. That's huge.
And again,
And at the same
huge.
time, yeah, we are not even, forgetting the third and the fourth place. 25,000 for both of them. I mean, every single team that is making it to the land, which is happening in Hyderabad, are getting rewarded with something. I mean, there is a lot of learning, but alongside that, you are getting rewarded in these terms of INR. So it's going to be interesting. And also, the plus point is if you are at the first place itself, you are having the bragging rights, the title itself. And that's such a great feeling, isn't it?
I mean, the champions of Rise of Legion. What else do you want with that? You've got the prize, you also have the title with yourself, and just as you mentioned, the bragging rights. So, the most important
Yeah.
part of this is the top 32 teams that we have right now, all of them just trying to secure that top four position, right? Because you will get to go to the LAN at Hyderabad. And we know what comes with LANs, right? We see many competitions, we see meetups, we also see some on the spot registration of different games as well. So when we are talking about the LAN that's going to happen at Hyderabad, you do not want to miss that out at all, because the entry is absolutely free and you get to participate in many more events that will be happening in the arena itself. Plus you'll also get to meet with your favorite players out there, and you know
Creators,
that these
yeah.
top four teams will be going there for that matchup. Now whenever you are switching from online to an offline event, you always know that there's some kind of pressure, because the atmosphere in the arena is always electrifying. You need to keep your adrenaline in check, and again you have to keep that pressure to bare minimum. So that is one of the most important things that these teams will go through. But again, we'll see which two teams today are going to be fighting for that prize pool, for the position in the top four, Darshita, because after all, these players are very well known in the community.
Absolutely, they are. All of these teams, they have made their long way. I mean, we are talking about the quarterfinals right now, and it
Mhm.
just keeps on getting interesting. Right now, yeah, even I am awaited to see what teams are going to fight it out in the very first match of today itself. Well, we do have the sides of Eagle Esports going up against the sides of D Rank Esports. Well, the best part is the logo itself. I really like these logos. They are so interesting. They are so unique at the same time, and to what I anticipate, it's gonna be an interesting match coming up. I mean, yeah, I do am judging both of these teams right straight with the logo itself, and that's the reason I do say we have an intense matchup coming up. But whenever we talk about a match, what is the main point? It's which the map is. We have been witnessing a lot of Ascent the previous day, and I remember Scared saying that can we just ban Ascent for today because I don't want to go Ascent whatsoever. So I really hope for you. I really hope that we do not witness any Ascent today. But yeah, map veto is something that we are awaited on to. Well, oh, you are lucky. You're
Ooh.
blessed.
I guess so. I definitely am. We're gonna go into the new map that is Breeze. Now, of course, it is not that new, but whenever you're talking
Yeah,
about the competitive scene, finally the revamped Breeze is now coming back, wherein teams are comfortable to pick that map for themselves. There have been so many changes, Darshita, in this map that now you cannot enter in the A halls. And even
yeah,
through A main, there were two different ways. Now you cannot take one of them. It has entirely been closed off, so they're basically making it little easier for the defender side to somehow defend on this map, because we've seen the previous Breeze, it was heavily retake oriented map. Wherein if the
yeah,
attackers just jump into the area, they will be able to take that space. You cannot deny them it that easily. While on towards the B side, we've also seen many different, not many changes, just small of them. Most of them were towards the mid as well as the A side. And even in the mid, when you're talking about the Breeze, you know that there never used to be that wall wherein you can just jump over through the boxes on top of it and check towards the mid top or mid bottom. Now you can definitely do that as well. So the defenders have to watch out for three different angles if you're just opting in towards that mid. And we know whenever we talk about Breeze, we always have to, witness those oppers, those op plays, because it's such a long map, such an open area that you get a
yeah.
chance to show off your sniping skills.
Yeah, definitely it is going to be the case. And also the lineups coming in. I mean, come on, Viper and Viper lineups is something that
Aha.
we do see coming. That's a mandatory selection coming up. We have both of these teams into
True.
agent selection. Right now, what I can see on the confirmed selections are a Yoru, a Chamber, Sky,
Mhm.
Jet. I mean, yeah, Jet being common on both of the sides. What I am in shock of right now is no Viper whatsoever coming from the sides of Eagle Esports. On the other side, the Rank Esports, they will be going in for it's gonna be a Viper pick coming up from the
Hmm.
IGL itself. That's gonna be Mastermind, the IGL for the Rank Esports. To what I know for, it's gonna be duelist, double duelist comp coming up. Sid and Roger both will be going in for
Hmm.
the Rena Jet combination. There's gonna be a Cypher invested as well, but aimbot. What he is exactly up to. But hey, Scared, what do you think about the composition coming up from the sides of Eagle Esports? I mean, no Viper whatsoever. And a double duelist again.
Yes. So since there is no Viper, they've picked up the Harbor for themselves. Now I
Harbor,
really like
yeah.
the Harbor pick as well. Yeah, but there's one thing, right? When Harbor was launched, people really
Select your
thought that he was
agent.
there to replace Viper. However, whenever you're looking through utility wise, you always know that Viper is something that cannot be so easily replaced. Now, Harbor has got a very
Yeah.
solid set of utilities. You've got the Cove, you've got the Cascades, High Tide, just like a wall that Viper can put up, and it all obviously recharges over time. And then there's Reckoning, which
Yeah.
gives you a lot of information about the enemies. But again, in terms of all those utilities, those Molotovs, you also have the Smoke or Poison Orb, in fact, to make sure that the enemy is decayed. You can put it on Spike, go towards the long, use those mollies for the lineups. And if you're talking about the Breeze, you mentioned that you always need to have the Viper and those lineup.
Viper
Viper was
lineups.
literally
Yeah.
made for this map. So I think so. If they would have gone for a double controller composition with a Viper and a Harbor, it would have been a much better. But still, they've got a Yoru. I really like Yoru pick. Now I know it was a troll agent for a long time, but even yesterday we were talking
Yeah.
how Yoru has been utilized really well, even in major competitive scenes. So we're gonna head into the game and witness how it all unfolds. As it's gonna be Eagle Esports on the defense, D rank esports on the offense. Let's see which one of them gets the win.
Now, here's the thing Eagle Esports coming down to a harbor that the conversation we were having right now, I feel it is going to help them coming down to the, defensive end. But here's the thing going down to the attacking side, it might just be a bit difficult. As you said, right? The smoke and the mollies and everything that are going to be pretty interesting. Right now, there's one player left all alone towards the A side, but the aggression seems to be pretty interesting towards the B side. Two picks already in favor of D rank esports, but the trades are literally on point. Sid finds one onto Agent, and that's the duel is done for. Eagle Esports left with two remaining players. The site is completely under control. Sid would have actually ignored that fight and would have waited for his teammate, but he would actually mess it around, and now it all goes down to one lost remaining player. Demon, I feel his location is already compromised. Yep, Mastermind will find one out of him. That's going to be a 3K coming up with a frenzy. Demon gets taken down, and the very first round comes up for the sides of D-Rank Esports. But again, here's the thing. As said, right, the Rena on the sides of D-Rank Esports, he would have definitely avoided that fight. I mean, right, he had the positioning. He would have went in for a safe position rather than giving away his life. It all went down to a 2v2. But scratch it. D-Rank got the very first round for themselves.
That is absolutely correct. And I believe Mastermind would be saying, I'm not just your IGL, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's always fun, whenever Sage is like, I'm not just your healer and ends up with a 4K, but nonetheless, we're going to see another site execute coming in. D-Rank Roger quickly goes and takes down Aegon, gets the site under control, but they do know there's one more person in the back, will be get taken care quickly. Draken not being able to have that control. Roger! That is absolutely smart coming in from him. Now, Jet, what can you do at this point? All your team have been picked off one after the other. It could be a flawless round for D-Rank. Now, yes, it was a save round coming in for Eagle, but still, they would want to get as many Spectres out of their hands, and they would not be able to get even a single one as Mastermind with a wallbang headshot. I mean, he looks like a mastermind of aim at this point because he's not missing at all.
Oh yeah, definitely. He is the IGL. At the same time, the aim is looking too good for him. That's the reason he has his name as Mastermind itself. But a good round, again, I would say, for the sides of D-Rank Esports. It went down to a flawless for them, which is a good start. But Eagle Esports, now, here's the thing. They have their full buy round coming up. So it's going to be an important round for them. D-Rank Esports, how would they manage? To start things off, it's, the duel is the Jet every single time dash towards the site itself. But this is the third time that we see them going towards the B side. The first pick comes in. That's going to be a Spectre headshot coming up from Sid. Draken gets denied for everything. Roger, he will be denied, and there's a fair trade coming up over and over again. D-Rank Esports, they are losing their numbers, but so is the case with Eagle Esports, down to 3 versus 2. Look at Mastermind, look at his positioning. This can be pretty vulnerable. Oh, the pixel is visible. The pixel is visible, and now it might get him into a lot of problem. Mastermind needs to be careful. He'll be seen. That's where the agent who finds him. It all goes down to one last remaining player. D-Rank. I mean, more or less, it's anyways a good round for them. They were able to take down 3 good weaponries from the sides of Eagle Esports. But again, one last remaining player with the Bulldog, Goofy Boy. Oh, that's gotta be a cross. I mean, even if Goofy Boy tries to enter, he would have been taken down. But Agent comes up with a Vandal.
True.
He takes him down. And the first round, a full buy round from the Eagle Esports that gets converted, but a lot of weaponry loss at the same time.
Very massive loss, to be honest. They lost 3 players in that. So, of course, in the next round, they would not have a full buy at all. Probably some Vandals and a half shield, maybe. But again, you know that if you've got a half shield, you can be one tapped even by a Phantom at a long range. So that's one downside of it. But either ways, if you're looking at through D-Rank Esports angle, they were able to manage a very solid, I would say, punishment for Eagle Esports by getting off those 3 rifles, getting rid of those 3. They could have converted the round, but Eagle Esports played it really smart, made that crossfire setup, made sure that they do not need to push at all. Cypher will come himself. He needs to plant the spike. They had full control of that. We're gonna go heading into a quick technical timeout, but fixing things up real quick. In the meantime, I also want to talk about the ult economy, right? Viper Spit available, that too in just round 4. It's going to be detrimental because it's a full buy round for both of these teams in this one. Both of them have got the Vandals, and the one that lose this round will be dropped down to another eco. So it could be make or break for Eagle Esports. They have to make sure that Mastermind does not get enough room to work with his Viper's pit. And I mean, at this point, they do not have any ultimates available. Even Aegon on the Euro is still two away from his own ultimates, that dimensional rift. That I was just trying to figure out what was the exact name of the ult. So it's dimensional rift. Now it's a good
Yeah, it
tool
is.
to use against a Viper. You can jump into the Viper's pit. You can pinpoint the position of a Viper. Your teammates can spam to that point and to that location. That's a very solid tool. But still, since you're too away from it and no one apart from him is even closer to their ultimate, it just clearly shows how difficult it might get for Eagle Esports to secure this round.
Yeah, at the same time, even talking about dimensional drift, yes, they do have the seekers for location, they do have the reckoning for location as well, but it all goes down to the same conversation that they do not have enough of ult points to have their ultimates online. And the rank esports on the other side, alongside the Viper's pit, I do see the Rena Empress as well. Now here's the difference between both of these ultimates, right? Viper's pit not just helps Viper but the entirety of the team itself, but whenever it goes down to Empress
True.
itself, it will just help Rena. So that's like a self-help ultimate that Rena has for herself. On the other side,
Selfish
Viper
ult.
will definitely, yeah, exactly, that's kind of selfish, but again, it's very difficult to stop Rena when it's her Empress on, right? It's very difficult to kill her, so
Yeah.
it's going to be a bit difficult for other players as well to actually tackle the situation. On the other side, Eagle Esports, I feel the previous round that they had for
Hmm.
themselves was an important round, but at the same time, the numbers of weaponry that they just lost in that round would actually haunt them. I mean, I just saw, the overall scoreboard they were talking about, and I feel the Chamber had just 1950 creds for himself after investing onto all the
Yeah.
abilities and half sheet, and no weaponry whatsoever. Also, the ultimate is yet not online. He needs to farm those. Orb over and over again to get that Tour de Force online. So it's gonna get very, very difficult. But the rank esports, this might just be a third round for them where Eagle Esports might get into a difficulty. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I do anticipate that happening.
Yes, it definitely could happen because again, when you're talking about the buy rounds, you always know that even one less rifle could make the difference. And just as you mentioned, Chamber only having 1950 crates, that means he cannot even buy a bulldog of that because it costs around 2050. So he probably would need to sell a couple of his headhunter bullets if he's brought any, and then switch to a bulldog. Otherwise, he'll have to just stick to a Spectre. So that definitely shows that there are already two weapons behind, and apart from that, one more person is just going to have a half shield along with a bandit. So that's even more problematic. Because, again, just a one tap from a phantom, and that's much more than sufficient to take you down. These are the few
Yeah.
important points that literally could affect this round and could turn the ties. As for talking about ties, we're seeing some amazing
Oh,
animation
yeah.
of Breeze map as well. As we're seeing, this tides reaching the shore. I've never went to a beach, by the way. Have you gone to a beach?
Ah, come on. Yeah, I have been to a beach. It's really a good feeling, to be very honest. The vibes are completely different. But yeah, for now, it's the players enjoying the beach vibes. I mean, everyone is waited for
Exactly.
us to start the to just get back into the match itself. But I feel there's one small disconnection coming up from the sides of Eagle Esports. Oh, are they clicking a pitch? Come on, they're just clicking a photograph
Ah,
out there. Oh my god,
yeah, that's
they're
such a
chilling
wholesome
around.
moment. I mean, I mean, you're already in a very good spot in the game, right? You're up by one round, and you also
Yeah.
have a solid buy. So why not just stand at the show, click a few pictures, post it on your IGs, on your socials. So again, it's all fun and games at the end of the day. The more you enjoy, the better it is for all the audience and everyone who's just spectating. We've got that reconnect in, and we'll be heading into the round real quick. Seems like it's going to be another beacon coming in.
Oh, well, the information is relied on to Agent. His position can be quite vulnerable, but two players get taken down. Agent finds one onto Roger, but that's a 2-for-1 trade happening, which is not at all fair for the sides of Eagle Esports right now. Oh, Draken now. The headhunter
Draken?
is here. Will he be able to hunt any of the heads out there? Well, the answer is no, as Sid finds him, takes him down. Eagle Esports down to two remaining players. Will make it one for now. D-rank Sid with the 3K. It all goes down to Agent being the last surviving player. No way.
No.
Sid What was that?
No.
Agent
Uh, I,
trying his level
I,
best, but Sid will be taking the fourth one on board. That's going to be D rank esports with the third round for themselves without investing onto the Empress and the Viper's pit. So here's where things might change. But again, Agent had actually, like, look at Agent and his position. It was a good position coming up. He did find one, but that's all he could do before he got traded, right?
at one point, I really thought that they were probably going to knife him out. But then
Knife,
again,
yeah.
when said stopped at a second and brought out his driver, I took a sigh of relief. I like, fine. Thank you for respecting that. Thank you for bringing out your rifle. So that again, 4K for Reina, that without investing the Empress, and even the Viper split was not invested. This time it seems to be an A split. Everyone has been around the entire map, and just
Oh,
look at the
wait.
map control that they have. It's only Harbor anchoring the side, and he is good for one. Will be quickly traded by Goofy Boy as they now have the entire control of the side D rank esports. And in the meantime, they also managed to get one pick towards the mid
Ooh,
top.
look at
So
that
they've
Rena.
got the pit down, and Jet somehow D-Rank Sid has been taken out and they'll be dropping in from that bridge. They have to take control of the side. They have to clear this Viper's pit. And I don't even find them having any utilities apart from the dog. And that's going to be another spray down from Goofy Boy. Draken gets taken out yet again. And a good Sova positioning gets another pick. While Viper is also able to take care of Demon. Wushang, the only man standing.
Player standing.
Can he win this 1v2?
Oh no.
Gets it down to a 1v1 11 HP on Goofy Boy. Will he be
Oh
winning this fight? No,
this
is the
is
answer.
nothing.
As Jet gets a 4K in this round and secures the second one for Eagle Esports.
Clutch.
Not really sure on how the rank
Easy.
esports did not get this round even after investing onto the Viper's pit. Now, whenever there's an investment coming down to the Viper's pit itself, we know that the team might just get it for themselves. The more you stay in the Viper's pit, the more damage. You've been literally brought down to one of your health. There has been a lot of aggression coming from the sides of the rank esports, which actually got punished from the sides of Eagle Esports. I mean, we saw the Rena going so aggressive towards the defensive spawn itself, and that's where things started to falter apart. The Viper was taken care of, and everything just went completely against them. The rank esports, that was an important round coming up, but for now, it's going to be an A push coming up. The location does get compromised. Yes, that's going to be one player now. This is important. The Blade Storm is online. Roger, will he be able to find one? For now, the site is
Spike planted.
not completely under their control, but the spike gets planted. Sid with his Empress online. This is going to be a 5v5 retake, and now the Dimensional Drift does come online. But Roger misses those knives, gets taken down. A trade comes up. 2v1 trade. 3k for Sid. He is on a roll right now, not ready to stop whatsoever. No ace for him, but hey, he just gets taken away. One last remaining player. Seekers are online, but investing onto it won't be any beneficial. His location gets compromised.
Blinded.
That is true. Gets another blind. Might be isolating this fight, but only for a second as Goofy Boy is good for the head. The timing just was not perfect enough with that pop flash play, and he took a little bit longer. Only a few milliseconds, I believe. And that was enough for Goofy Boy to get the round for his team. And look at this play by D-Rank Sid. My goodness. That was
Yeah,
outworldly. And this is the thing that, Reyes always says. When Reina gets started, it's hard to stop her. And we all would
yeah.
like to avoid that, please. But when it's said on his Empress on Reina, you really could stop him at this point. So 4-2 is the situation. But I really like that this game is going very competitive. It is going
Yeah.
back and forth time and time again.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, there have been use of all the abilities as well. The ultimates are coming online. Now, look at Eagle Esports. Alongside Seekers, they do have the Reckoning and the Blade Storms to work around with. On the other side, the Rank Esports, they do have the Cypher Ult. Now, here's the thing with Neural Theft. You cannot invest onto Neural Theft without taking down an enemy. You need a body in front of you. The Cypher needs a body to throw away his cap, right? So, that's where the Cypher Ult, it's a bit difficult. I mean, yeah, looking at the duelist itself, I feel Sid and Roger, they have been doing a great job. Sid is actually feeling it today, the way he's been just ragging out every single time, taking the entries. He is getting those skills for his team. So the Cypher ultimate can actually be invested onto. But for information on the other side, they do have two of their ultimates. So coming down to the retake, it's going to be a bit difficult. With the Reckoning, it's like you might just get stunned on if you are on the same position. And with Seekers, so we know you have a direct information for yourself. So this might be around Eagle Esports has for themselves. You cannot rely on to so much for Seekers itself, as they can just be, you know, denied. And the economy is something which is at a problem for them. But the knives come online. Sid gets denied. Jet, a good start coming up from the sides of Eagle Esports. The numbers have been denied. The trade comes up as Demon and Sing Gamers go down. Goofy boy. The neural set comes online, but Roger, not the best decision. That was a bait, and that's going to be Roger taken care of.
Indeed, and Goofy Boy again with another 2K in this round. He's been doing an excellent job, especially when you see that he's. Oh, that knife could have connected down to 5 HP. Wooshang, my goodness, that miss is going to haunt him. It costed the round. My
That's
God,
very
he
good.
had the chance. He saw a pixel and could not capitalize onto that. But that's yet another round for D-Rank Esports. It was a 3v2. Yes, indeed, it was difficult, but it could have been brought down to a 1v1. And it might have been possible for Eagle to maybe make a comeback in that game. But again, we're gonna moving on to the next one. And now looking at the alt economy, the cycles are coming in, right? You have the Seekers, you've got the Reckoning, you also have the Tour de Force. So you know that the operator will be invested on towards at least one of those sites. As for now, we're gonna see D-Rank Esports going in towards the B yet again. So that does not go to a place where he probably intended it to go to, but maybe just clearing some close corners as Demon is going to be taken down quickly. D-Rank said. In the meantime, Mastermind taking Aegon down. That's already 3 people taken care of at the side is in their control. Draken is just trying to clear that link. Will be good for one. A quick scope coming in. D-Rank Roger taken care of. But in the meantime, Gamers will not stand on his feet, and so will not Draken, as Mastermind is there for the cleanup. And the crew has done their job. 6-2 is the score.
Definitely 6-2. Tour de Force being invested. Yeah, the Chamber did get 1 kill, to be very honest, but that's all he could do with the Tour de Force. On the other side, the Bladestorm and the previous round itself, it did not work out for them. Eagle Esports right now, they are on the defensive half. They at least need to end this, first half with at least 7-5 or a 8-4. Maybe a 7-5 or a 8-4 is what I'm looking forward to, because D-Rank Esports, they are already on 6th round for themselves. The flash comes up on time, and that's going to be Agent denied every single time. Agent, he was trying to go and flash and take a player down, but he gets denied for everything. And once again, Eagle Esports, 2 remaining players. That's just a cleanup job being done. The Seekers are online, but the question is, Sked, will they be invested on?
Planted.
Oh no,
If they
Sid.
get one pick, then they could be invested, but D-Rank said, no way. It's so up close and personal. Just disrespecting everything, and Mastermind just jump peeking, trying to find the position. Draken again good for 1, but only for Sid to take care of him as he secures the round for his team. And 7-2 is the current scenario, and it's just as he said, 7-5 is something Eagle Esports would be looking forward to, but the way things have been going right now, it just does not seem to be possible. And whenever you're talking about these continuous round after round, one of the main reason why Eagle is not being able to secure the round for them is because of the pace that D-Rank Esports is playing on. You always see them just going in for the hits within the first 30 seconds of the round. And all the site anchors were just standing in their position. They do not have enough time to react because they're being pinched from 2 different directions. And if not from 2, you always see a double peak or even a triple peak coming in from the choke point.
Yeah.
So you're not even able to use your utilities to stop them. And if in case Eagle are able to break through the space of D-Rank, only then would they be able to get around for themselves. Otherwise, it's just going to snowball into D-Rank Esports, maybe a 10-2 or a 9-3 half as well. So this timeout is extremely important for them, because this will give them time to adjust to the pace and would probably help them make a counter play against D-Rank Esports continuous fast-paced gameplay.
Oh yeah, this timer has to be pretty, important. I feel they would have opted in for a timeout maybe 1 or 2 rounds prior itself, so that we wouldn't have seen the rank esports with a 7-rounder for them. But nevertheless, late but never is what the call looks like for now. Draken, not the best of the decision. Come on, goofy boy. How did Draken not expect someone to be at mid when it's all about breeze? But Demon,
Oh,
that was a good frag coming up. Roger gets denied, and that's going to be important as well. But at the same time, this is an A execution that we are looking forward to. No way the Viper got denied in that way. I just heard welcome to, and the world did not even complete as the Viper gets denied for every single thing. Eagle Esports 2 remaining players, but right now they can actually invest onto the Seekers to get the information for themselves. The Seekers do come online, and now it's going to be very, very important. One player towards the main, one inside the site itself between both of these pyramids. Aimbot. This is going to be very
oh
interesting.
no.
Aimbot is going to take him down, gets denied, and he'll be taken care of. Right now, it all goes down to Goofy Boy being the last surviving player. He has a huge responsibility. The flash comes in the blind at the same time, but the cypher traps are something that might get him into a lot of problem. Jet denies him, and that's going to be a good round. Eagle Esports finally, after a spree of round that D-Rank Esports had for themselves, Eagle Esports comes up, takes the third one on board, and honestly scared, this was a good round, right? The executions were really good. The
Yes.
retake was actually looking good.
Absolutely. And the reason why Eagle Esports were able to get back in this round was because of the fact that they played with the same pace that D Rank was playing at, and they were so very
Yeah.
quick on that retake and the denial of Viper's pit. Now,
Pit,
here's the
yeah.
thing. Whenever you're playing Viper, you always have to be safe for about a second or two, because when you're using your ultimate, you do not have your gun. And
Yeah.
one of the points on which your opponents can capitalize on is the fact that pit always starts where you're standing. So they would
Oh
probably
no.
have an idea about your positioning, but for now, Aegon with a judge in his hand quickly forces Jet to run out of the halfway. He's like, I'm out of here, man. I'm
What?
not
Look at
having
A
any of
side.
that. But in the meantime, yes, his entire team is on the side and the spike has been planted. The Sing Gamers will quickly be able to take care of Mastermind. That's the IGL taken out, Dakshita.
No, Goofy
The
boy. He is at a very vulnerable position. Look at what he is doing towards the mid itself. Now, this is the fact of having a cipher at the play, but D-Rank Sid, he gets denied onto his Empress, and right now it's all about two remaining players, kid.
Yes, it's a 2v2 situation.
player
It is
standing.
very
Ow.
close, but
One enemy
again,
remaining.
Draken had no idea of the positioning, and
Goofy
Goofy
boy.
Boy is good for 4 in that round. Takes care of
Last
Wushang as the
round
last man
before the
standing,
switch.
secures the round for his team, and an 8-3 is what we are looking at right now, and we'll be jumping into the last round. Look at the play. Goofy Boy's lurk is outstanding, and the timing is just impeccable because look at when he went back towards the side to support his teammate. It was absolutely perfect. Like literally perfect. You got the pick in the mid, you got one more pick, and then you're on site to support your teammate in a 2v2. Absolutely brilliant.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. But for now, blinds coming up, the Rena flash is coming up. They are three players towards the site itself. But look at Demon, he finds one onto Sid. The knights are online, but one remaining life gets denied for Viper finds one just to get traded off there. 3v3. This is an equalizer once again. But Roger, come on, he's
One
been
enemy
missing onto
remaining.
those knights for a long time now. A 1v2 D rank esports, the SOA. That's going to be
One
Riot
enemy remaining.
Aimbot, if I'm not wrong. Definitely, yes, he
Oh,
finds one. He does have the Owl Drone, I mean, yeah, and the Hunter's Fury as well to work around with in the post-plant situation. But what will be the call like? Right now, he is trying to make his way towards the B main, maybe. But look at Sova. He is rotating towards the A site, right from the
indeed.
CT towards the A site itself. And Sing Gamers have no idea about it. He is still searching for him towards the B site itself. But so what?
So,
He's checking mid as well. What is going on?
a
I don't like
game
this,
of
kid. I
cat
don't like
and
this.
mouse.
30
Neither
seconds
do
left.
I, because it just seems to be the case that maybe Sing Gamers have now thought he might have rotated, but so is just
Oh
going
no.
back in for the same site hit. He's got the
Oh
weapon upgrade
no.
though, so it. I want a timing again. It's just a game of cat and mouse coming in between these two players, and the tap on the spike will give the idea to Sing
10
Gamers
seconds left.
of where he is. Recon dart only to reveal the area. And oh my, he was out of the audio
No.
cue range and now will quickly rotate back. In the meantime, Sova will reposition now. This is a perfect chance for him because just as you mentioned, he also has the owl drone to work with. So Again, that owl drone is something that will give a lot of information,
Oh
but the
no.
cove is going to go out as well. So you'll have to
The
just
Hunter's
spam through
Fury.
that. This is the strong point of having a harbor. Sova has to disrespect it. He has to go inside. Will he
No,
jump in?
he's.
Oh, timing. That's the question. And the defuse is there. Sing Gamers will get the last slap and the
Switching
last
sides.
pick. 8-4 is where we'll end this half. My goodness.
Oh my god. Eagle Esports. Pros don't fake. He did not even went in tap and just got away from him. But here's the thing. T-Rank Esports, the Hunter's Fury. They've at least tried to go in with the Hunter's Fury. I completely understand the abilities of, Harbor was something at a problem. But again, the Hunter's Fury, that was the last one. You'll have definitely invested onto the Hunter's Fury, which would have given you at least some space, right? That would have given you some space.
True.
But nevertheless, Eagle Esports with the fourth one. And that's going to be an 8-4 scoreline coming up. The ranked Esports now. This would have been a 9-3, but the round did not work in their favor. For now, 2 players towards the B, 1 towards A, and that's going to be a lot of mid control that they want for themselves. But the rotation, the early rotation being called off can be pretty vulnerable. Look at where the players of Eagle Esports are right now. They are trying to make their way towards the A site itself, and the rotation from Viper can cost them a lot. These early rotation might just be a big problem for them, and they might even have the information of no players being around whatsoever. The dash comes in, and now it's the half of the side completely under the control, but Viper finds one onto Agent. One more player right in front. Jet trades off Viper, and the spike, I feel, might just get planted pretty soon.
Indeed, they actually took a lot of time to plant the spike, as Sid is also backing towards the side. Goofy Boy taking care of Rick and
Player
really
standing.
solid on that headhunter as he's good for
Player
2.
standing.
And it's down to a 1v1. And Wushang knows the position of Roger. And he'll be getting the round for his
got your
team.
back.
And fun fact, Spike was not planted entire round. But I really love the fact that the rotations were coming in very quickly, right? Mastermind had an idea as to the play that Eagle Esports were cooking. So he got his team ready and in position as well. He just did not anticipate that double B coming in, one from Euro, and then just after him it would be Wushang. But nonetheless, a solid round and a much needed pistol for Eagle Esports.
Definitely, they needed this pistol round way too much, and Eagle Esports with it, they would have an advantage right away, right? So they would invest onto Spectres and Bulldogs, but the early rotations might be a problem. The reveal does give them a lot of information. Mastermind back again inside the site itself, but the dash comes up, and that's going to be the Viper done and dusted for. He was actually having a look onto the clone of Yoru, and that's where he got denied for. The site is up completely under their control, but Sid on the backstab, oh well. Come on, some of the pixels being visible, and now Sid's location gets compromised for. It's going to be very difficult, to be very honest, for the sides of D-Rank to get this around. They might just go in and try to take down few weaponries, but this is a sign
enemy
of
remaining.
a flawless rolling in. Sova finds one onto Agent. Jet with a 3k. Flawless gets denied. They are able to drop down one weaponry. But D-Rank Esports, now that it's their full buy scared, they need to be pretty careful, because if they lose out of this one, I feel it's going to be very difficult. Also, to what I've been noticing in the previous 2 rounds itself is the early rotations coming up from the sides of D-Rank Esports. I mean, look at them. The Viper was almost about to, leave his position and make his way towards the other, until and unless the reveal came in and the information was relied on to. So these early rotations in a longer run might just be pretty vulnerable for them.
That is absolutely correct. These early rotations are the ones that needed to be cut off. But nonetheless, we're going to be heading into round number 15, if my maths is correct.
Yeah.
So this time, it seems that Eagle Esports are probably looking to knock on the doors towards the B side. That's a very long harbor wall. It totally opens the entire side though, but cuts off the rotation that might come in either from the nymph or from the B back. And that's going to be D-Rank Sid noting down Wushang's position. Goofy Boy is going to be heading into a 2 people and he'll be taken down by them. But nonetheless, that's the positioning of Roger. Absolutely brilliant, working on the information provided by Goofy Boy, and still wants to take that fight and wins that fight against Wushang and gets the round for his team. What a play! Mastermind just moving through the doors, making sure to support him. And that is a brilliant play coming in from D-Rank Esports. A perfect play of that crossfire setup that you normally do not see in the mid.
Yeah, you definitely don't expect that to be happening, but 9-6 once again. The rank esports one round away from the double digits for themselves, and I feel it's a full buy for them. Nevertheless, I feel they just lost what member, one or two member in the previous round itself, but they converted those frags and they would have an opportunity to go in for a full buy. But Sid, now here's the thing: Sid has not been able to hit those perfect headshots in the other half itself. And Jet, oh my God, that was a great
Wow.
headshot. Sid gets denied for, and now that's going to be a number loss. Well, to add on to the same party, that's going to be Viper done for the short time. Wait, what? I mean, the revamp of Breeze is here, guys. The cage does get triggered onto Goofy Boy, tries to take one player down. He's able to do that. He might find the second one as well, but for now, the pillar is helping Wushan a lot, but the position gets revealed, and that's going to be Goofy Boy. D-Rank Esports with two remaining players, and they do have, the side of Eagle Esports, they do have the
Ooh.
Spike planted.
Sky, so that's going to be a lot of heal as well. Two remaining players, 2v3. The Blade Storms are online, but Draken, his position gets compromised for, and now he needs to reposition himself.
Absolutely, but again, a lot of space to clear. Roger is looking at a good angle. It's going to be a jet duel yet again. Wu Shang quickly peeks in and goes back to safety. Notices one position. Demon with a great sense, just going for the backstab, and that's Wu Shang winning his trade against Roger yet again. And in this attacking half, it seems that Wu Shang is just so much in control. He's got
Yeah.
so much room to work with on the back of the utilities by his team. Sky is working perfectly for them with those flashes, also with the Trailblazer, and you've got the Harbor who continuously goes in for the Cascade, and you can just follow it up. And your opponents would not be able to do a thing. They're using the harbor utils perfectly. Even though
Yeah.
Aegon is not being able to use the full potential of Yoru, he gets his flashes on time. So he's basically working as a second initiator now. Look at that. Yet again, goes in for the dimensional rift. Notices the position of a couple of them. Mastermind already taken down. Yes, he
Hyper!
got the shorty shot in on time. And look at the control. It's already down to 38 HP, but still is able to take down Roger yet again in the jet duel. And the spike will go down as the Cove is out there. Draken quickly getting a pick on Sova as well. It's just a full chaos and a full control set. What a perfect timing. Gets the weaponry upgrade as well. The Trailblazer was out in hand, but still he needs to get two more. Gets the heal back in. Let's go for yet one more play. Not good for that Sting. Solid onto it, and Aegon jumping, running and gunning, and shorty in hand. Gets up close and personal and gets the 8th one for his team.
Oh, the shorty has done a lot of damage, but I have to give it to Sid as
Jeez.
well. Come on, there was your Sky who was right behind the tide itself, trying to gain information for the team, but he got denied. There was no one who actually checked on the position of Sid. He went through. He got that pick and he got a weapon retrieved. It was a save round coming up from the sides of D-Rank Esports as well. And now, again, it's back to the circle where the Rena and the Cypher do have their ultimates to work around with. This is a heavy push coming up, and the players need to rotate as soon as possible. Draken gets taken down. Roger, a good start, but in blind itself. Jet, no way, that player was blinded. Goofy Boy, how did you even convert that kill coming up? The position not being anticipated. Roger missing onto his shots. Goofy Boy gets taken down. One last remaining player, Sova. What? With the Odin? Come on, you just did not spam it in that way. D-Rank Esports gets the 10th one on board, but a quite messy round. I mean, Eagle Esports, I don't know what exactly went wrong. The Bulldog found the first kill, and then it was Goofy's position not anticipated, and that's where it
Yep.
all went in the advantage of D-Rank Esports.
Absolutely. They did not expect Cypher's position to be like that. So Goofy Boy just very solid onto that. And he's got his own utilities, right? He's got the smokes. He also has those traps. So you always have to be wary
Yeah.
of them. There's going to be a one-way smoke coming up as of now for Mastermind. Should be able to figure out their position, but that is only the Yoru fake. Wushang he goes towards it. Molotov comes in to slow the push down. That's a very solid tool by a Viper. You can always stop, especially those pushes on towards this choke point. Mastermind, though, he needs to stay alive as Trailblazer is not going to clear a lot of that side. And Wushang quickly goes in to take that space. Go goes
Oh,
out
no.
as well, along
Mastermind.
with another cascade. Mastermind! He did not anticipate the timing for the wall to go down, and that's going to be another pick this time. Sid quickly takes care of Draken. Now he's alone with 3 people right in front of them. 4 if you count Sid Gamers in as well. Demon comes in for the support for his team as Roger gets taken down. Sid has to make a play no matter what, because it's down to a 4v2 now. And as we intercept available, the position is going to be revealed in for Demon as of now. But Goofy Void is not afraid. This backstab coming in by Yoru, as it gives an opening to Woosh and be taken down. Odin is only good for one, cannot help you when you'll be peaked from 3 different angles. And that's the answer of Eagle Esports for D-Rank's Odin play.
What an amazing round there was. Viper's position, I mean, every single time there's Viper on the A site itself, there's a lot of pressure that the player has. I mean, come on, so much of pressure that he had for himself. Every single one trying to take him down, trying to build that pressure. But that's going to be D-Rank Esports. Mastermind will be going in for a timeout. He knows that there have been a lot of mistakes committed in the previous round itself. But yeah, Eagle Esports, the way they've been getting the rounds on the attacking side itself, they are actually doing a great job. The Jet does have the Blade Storms online, but
Yes.
here's the thing: D-Rank Esports and Eagle Esports, both of the Jets, the number of times that they had their Blade Storm online, I feel they are not able to connect those shots. Especially talking about Roger on the sides of D-Rank Esports, he's not able to connect those shots. Right, start from the Vandal to the knives itself. He is not, I feel, feeling it today. I'm not really sure on what the reason is, but Eagle Esports, the Jet on the other side with the Vandal one tap coming up on Mastermind in the previous round, it was actually, a good one. So a great momentum
True.
shift, a great initiation coming up from the sides of Eagle Esports. D-Rank Esports right now, Hunter's Fury and Neural Theft is what they have to work around with on the other side. I do see the Blade Storm. That's the only ultimate that they can invest on. Talking about the split coming up from the sides of D-Rank, for now, the Cypher setup is done and dusted towards the A side itself. But look at the split. This time, they are not targeting one side. They are waiting for picks. They are trying to take the players down and then decide on to what can be done. But Viper and Cypher on the same side, that's a huge problem. Sid, why would you be so aggressive, my friend? He gets taken down, but Roger with that operator shuts down his clone Jet.
Yes, that is true. And look at the play from you.
How?
This is the strength of it. They just showed 3 people presence on A only to drag the rotation. There as well, that's kind of the operator being used to be able to take on, maybe not, as Sing Gamers is there with the Odin. You can do Odin, we can do one better as he gets 3 and Draken just wraps things up by picking off So One. Such a quick ending of this round, my goodness.
Sing Gamers wanted to take that revenge, He was like, if you can do brr with the Odin and get 1, I can show you what I can do with my Odin. And he gets 3 in return. Come on, that's like 1. He just got like, you can take 1, I'll take 3 in return in revenge. And that's what he did. But nevertheless, D-Rank Esports right now, a save coming up. I do see Bucky and Stingers being invested now. I feel the Jet is just going to go on the face of a player straight away and, take him down with the Bucky. But will that be the case? Well, for now, I feel sad for Roger out there. I mean, come on. He has the Bucky, but there's no player right now. And is relied on to the rest. Comes online. That's going to be Jet taking care of Soma. A good start. Sid finds one onto Agent, and he will definitely upgrade his weapon to the other. Yeah, stuck with the timer. I mean, come on, there's a player connection issue. No way, the match seems to be so interesting right now. It's a 10-11 scoreline. It's a momentum breaker for both of these teams. It's not just about one single team, but a momentum breaker coming up for both of these teams. And now, if the sides of Eagle Esports do not get this round, right, the scoreline has a big story to tell.
Yeah, and it would be a match point for D-Rank Esports if in case they get this round, that is. But here's the thing, right? Both the teams are very attack-oriented. Now, we thought that we were hoping, to be honest, that this match goes all the way and we see a very solid half coming in from both of them, maybe a 6. It was a 9-3 though. So, again, when you're talking about the 9-3 curse, do you think Eagle Esports would be able to come back? Because the way that they've been on this attack, it just seems to be so very flawless. They do not even care if there is the setup coming in from Goofy Boy towards the side that they are executing. It's just that they've got the Trailblazer to soak up all the damage that's going to come in from those trips. They also have the harbor utilities to work with. They can design the wall in whatever fashion they want to, as long, of course, as the mouse pad allows for some gamers.
Yeah.
And they've got Wu for the openings and those entries, and he's being very solid, very proactive onto that. So and they're just putting Yoru on the lurk place. So they've got one duelist
Yeah.
entering the site and their one duelist just going in for the lurk. So it just seems that D rank is not being able to read into those plays, to be honest.
More or less, yes, I completely agree with whatever you said straight away. Eagle Esports, this is an important round for them. If they lose out of this one, there's going to be a lot of problems that they are going to face. At the same time, imagine getting taken down by your own weapon. That's going to hurt, right? That's the weaponry is being retrieved from the sides of the rank Esports, and if that's the case, that's going to
Yeah.
hurt a lot. So Eagle Esports, they need to prepare themselves for this specific round, but also I'm talking about the preparations, right? The audience from Hyderabad, are you guys prepared for the LAN? Is what my question is, because we are coming to Bath for this LAN, and I remember the crowd of Hyderabad is something which is always excited, so energetic. It's just such an electrifying experience to be there in the Hyderabad atmosphere itself. So, if you guys are from Hyderabad and you are not yet sure on what is exactly happening, we are getting there to get the top four teams in Hyderabad. They are going to play the semi-finals and the grand finals right in front of you, and winner will be declared. But alongside that, we do have a lot of cosplays, a lot of meet and greet, and a
Uh,
lot of fun things to do around. So if you are in Hyderabad, do not miss on to the event. But for now, what is not to be missed onto is the shots coming up from Goofy Boy. Why would you miss that? He gets taken down from Jet, and that's the cipher done for in the initial stages itself.
That's the goofy miss coming in from him, to be honest. But D Ragnazer is there to
Yeah.
capitalize on his mistake. He still somehow managed to get the trade and numbers back equalized. Now that ball is going to deny any kind of space to him, since he's waiting for his team to just to stack up towards the side, and it's only Mastermind remaining. Draken inside the cove. That's going to be a pop play coming in, but a positioning change from Roger. And now somehow the numbers are in their favor. Mastermind is also entering the side, so they might have an idea where the
Oh no,
remaining
Sing
members are. As
Gamers.
now the ball goes up, it should be a Spamming gamers. No, Odin sprayed out this time, says Sid and Mastermind. We're gonna just go ahead and defuse the spike weaponries.
What?
He probably wanted
Sid?
maybe Mastermind or Sova to defuse the both just running away like, nah, we're not even going near that spike. You take the off that you cannot get anymore since you already have the Empress.
Come on, Sid actually gave opportunity to his teammate to go in for the half defense. Already, is an addition to your team for the traps, for the setups, for the cameras. I mean, my team says that Cypher is a cameraman for them, but yeah, more or less, that's gonna be a lot that Cypher has done. Three first bloods that he has for his team. On the other side, it's gonna be Asian with three as well. The investment of Yoru did get them something, right? It was agent doing like the 50% of what we expect from a euro, 50 to 60%, I would say. 40% was still missing. Really did expect a lot of euro plays coming up, but I feel that's completely all right. The rank esports, they will be qualifying from here on for the further stages.
Absolutely. A very solid game coming in from both the teams. And since you already mentioned the Euro play, I really would
Yeah.
love to point out that there was this one round where the entire team of Eagle Esports, they three people moving towards A, and the spike was in the hands of Yoru, while only two people were towards the B. And the only thing they wanted to do was they wanted to get a pick because Yoru's TP was towards the B. And as soon as
Yeah.
that pick, they used that towards the B. Now suddenly they've got three people stacking towards the B side, and that was the weaker side of the map, especially rank esports. So they had a very opening. I wanted to see more of those plays, more of some of those slow rounds where people were the ones who wanted to go in for those pickoffs. But nonetheless, it was really solid game coming in from both of them, and again, I enjoyed it a lot, Darshita.
Yeah, even I did definitely. The first match was pretty interesting, a close matchup coming up. But right now, we go to a short break because we need to prepare for the second match itself. So I'll see you guys around with a
After the rise and falls of the team in the previous game, we are back again with yet another exciting match. You're watching the rise of Legion, guys, and this is me, Skadiat, alongside me, none other than the most amazing Darshita. So, Darshita, your views about the previous game.
Exciting matches, close competition is what we are talking about right now, Scared, and it is just going to get more and more interesting with the upcoming matches. This is the quarterfinals that we are talking about. We have filtered out teams from the round of 64, round of 32, and now we are finding the top four teams who are going to make it to the LAN itself, which is happening in Hyderabad. So, people of Hyderabad, I know you guys are quite excited for this one. Make sure that you guys are around for this LAN because this is going to give you a lot of opportunities, not just to witness the grand finals and semi-finals, but meet your favorite creators, socialize around, make connections, meet people, enjoy the cosplays, and enjoy the overall vibe because this is going to be a fun event. I really feel sad for the fact that I'm from Pune and I cannot make it to the LAN itself, but yeah, the opportunity to be here on desk and be a part of this event is a great one indeed.
That is true. I mean, we get to witness which top four teams will be
Yeah.
actually going into that LAN event. And just as you mentioned, there will be so many exciting events. You'll be going there, meeting the cosplayers, meeting your favorite players, and also just getting to know so many people. So it's a very good socializing event. Plus, if you want
Yeah.
to win some prize pools, you always know that there's a Valorant 5v5 TDM going on. There's also EAFC and it's one of the top tier games, the OG games people have been playing, and
Yeah.
we can register in all of them while staying there. You you have a free ticket. You go in the arena. You register yourself, play, and it's a combined prize pool of 75,000. But since you already talked about the prize pool, we know that the teams right now they're also fighting it out for that 1 lakh prize pool for the first prize. And the two teams that we'll be witnessing now are going to be in front of our eyes and on the screen right about now.
Alternate realities up against the side of Hyderabad Hydras. Now, I'll be very honest with you, Sked. The side of Hyderabad Hydras and the entirety of this team is something that is a surprising factor
Mhm.
for me because haven't have heard about the players, but them coming together and playing it all as a 5v5 is something that I am really
True.
looking forward to. But yeah, alternate realities being been playing a lot of competitions here and there, been seeing all of these players doing really great. So I do expect a great matchup coming up. But right now, what we are awaited onto is the map veto as well because I'm quite excited. I don't know, but I don't want to witness a scent overall. But oh, come on, scared. We are blessed today. We are really blessed today. The first match being
Indeed.
Breeze, and now we are gonna head towards Haven, the three-sider attacking favored map.
Absolutely. Haven, more like heaven for us because, again, I know
Yeah,
you mentioned that you really love this map and how much you've been playing on this. So I really would want to know the insights of the, those micro plays, small plays. Since you've already mentioned that it is an attack-centric map with three different sites to work with.
yeah.
What about the compositions on this map? Because since there are three sites, sometimes maybe team might decide to get a strong hold on their defense and maybe switch to a double sentinel composition, or are
Mm-hmm.
you still leaning towards the same double duelist thingy where you are on the attack side, you do your own thing, one duelist would lurk, one would give you the site entry.
I would really rely onto the double duelist setup for the attacking side itself because when it comes down to Haven, we know the A long and the C long. The entries are something where you need movement agents, right? You need those movements to be there.
Hmm,
Now, both of these teams are
true.
okay. There's going to be double duelist coming up from the sides of alternate realities. Is that the case? A lot of switches being made. But on the other side, I'll talk about Hyderabad Hydras. Right now, Breach being a very important addition to the map of Haven. We have the Killjoy, Omen, Jet, and Sova to work around with a decent composition, to be very honest. But on the other side, I'm awaited on to see if they are going to go further with the Deadlock. I mean, Deadlock, Harbor, Jet, Omen, Sova. If that's the composition,
Hmm.
it's going to be interesting. But let's see if that's the case.
Indeed, it just seems that both of these teams actually want to go in with a double initiator composition.
Initiator,
Now,
yeah.
something that we usually see on Ascent, right? You always have the KO as well as the Sova, and you just change things a little bit, maybe add a spice of Sky. or maybe the hammer wherein breach would join in only to clear those angles with the
Choose
aftershock
your
fault lines.
agent.
But when you're in Haven, you probably in normal rank games see either the double duelist, wherein you always have that I miss her Reina plus the own duelist that you pick,
Yeah.
or either you see some kind of double sentinel composition with a killjoy or a sage, for to get that extra res in, also to wall off the mid, because you quickly get the control of mid, and as soon as the wall breaks, you
Yeah.
know that there is at least some presence towards that side. And since you already mentioned that A long and C long, there is open spaces, you need a lot of maneuverability, mobility. You always know there's probably going to be an opper holding that angle, or maybe a marshal in the early few rounds. So all of those, looking at all of those possibilities, seeing a double initiator, it just seems that these teams might actually decide to play slow rounds rather than those
Mhm.
burst rounds that we saw in the previous game, right? Wherein in the 30 seconds, we are seeing some action going in, teams jumping onto the side, getting the plant down, and then moving out for the post plant. We might possibly see these teams play slow and take their
Turret
time. They've
out.
got double initiators, they can have those utilities, they can go for fake engages as well. And now, since we're talking about engages, we'll probably see the first one in the next 10 seconds, as alternate realities are on the defense, Hyderabad Hydras are on the offense.
They definitely are. Completely agreeing on whatever you said. The KJ is definitely going to help them guard two sides at the same time. The B and the C
Here.
placing herself towards the garage, but Noob, he is slowly and steadily holding a corner for himself. He knows that there might just be some player right ahead in front of his space, and if Omen falls for this trap, it is going to be so deadly. Look at F Noob, the position. I feel it's anticipated already. I mean, come on. I could see those
Maybe.
pointers being marked, so they do anticipate the position coming up. But
Oh,
Code 2 for the very first pick itself, that's going to be Falcon. F Noob gets denied, and the trap goes into the vein to start things off.
absolutely. And just as you mentioned, the position was anticipated, but the only thing that Legion did not anticipate was the presence of two people. As now, that's going to be Hyperfiction taking down Ames, and it's down to a 1v1 on that side. And overall, it's a 3v4 situation wherein still a lot of map
Oh
to
no.
work with. Outrun will clear quite a lot of angles, Darshita. It
Ha.
does seem to be a very problematic situation for
Last
Hyperfiction.
player
He gets
standing.
taken down as well.
Alternate reality is left with one single player,
Spike
and look
planted.
at where he is. Look at his positioning. Noob.
Oh,
I mean, come on, that can be an
Message.
easy
This guy's a
pick
hurt.
that Kamoff has for himself, and that's going to be Noob done for. A good start for the sides of Hyderabad Hydras. To be really very honest, the aggression that came towards the A site itself to start things off from F Noob, I feel that's a pretty anticipated position, to be very honest, and that just did
hmm,
not work for him. He did expected someone to walk into his crosshair and he would find one, but that just did not work
Alarm
out,
bot
and
out.
that's where Hyderabad Hydras, they got a good start, but now it all goes down to Hyderabad Hydras once again having a great advantage for themselves. Alternate realities, that's going to be a
Target
complete
down.
save round coming up. Noob once again, he wants to be aggressive and he starts things off by finding one with a classic and a headshot coming up onto Kalki. I feel the weapon would be retrieved, but that does not matter as the Omen is right there present to go in with a flash, finds one. That's going to be KJ.
One
Slowly
enemy
and steadily,
remaining.
there's a lot of bodies
Spike
piling
down.
up. It all
Attacker
goes down to
spawn.
one last remaining player, Legion. They shut him down as well, and that's going to be the second easy round. I mean, F Noob, a good start, but the way it all went down, they did expect maybe one or two more kills, right?
indeed. I mean, it was kind of expected. Maybe they would get a couple of more kills, but nonetheless, they're still going to stick with what they've got right now. It's a 2-0 lead for Hyderabad Hydras, and in this attacking half, we are already seeing them
Time for
having
a
that
field
advantage,
test.
taking
Bot coming
control of
next.
that space, and they're just kind of making sure that they have that map control, because that is very important whenever you're playing on Haven. You need to have that space to deny your opponent as well as the information that you kind of give them out. But for now, alarm bot might actually
Oh,
reveal that there's someone near them. Hyperfiction quickly goes for the aftershock to clear the space, Darshita.
look at the jet.
Oh.
I mean, look at the positioning. This can be pretty vulnerable. They know there's one player in the garage itself, and this might just be a
Uh-huh.
C or B execution coming up. But call to start things off. That was an important frag that he got for his team. On the other side, the site is completely under control, but
Spike
the KJ
planted.
position, it's not anticipated
No
a
more
bit
Sova.
of the whiffs coming up here and
One
there. I
enemy
thought he
remaining.
just went in to take both of them down, but nevertheless, 3K coming up for Omen. Hyderabad Hydras with one last remaining player gets taken down, and a flawless rolling in for alternate realities. A full buy round and a flawless, which means no weaponry loss for them, and at the same time, they got the round. But KJ, if he would have been taken down at that position, it would have been so vulnerable. Noob, he actually aimed on the first player. He thought he took him down, but he did not. Eventually went in to go for the second one, got denied for both of them.
That is true. It wasn't pretty, but somehow it did the
Yeah.
job because Owen was right there. Yeah, Owen was there. Like, all right, nobody. Sometimes it happens. I'm gonna clean up for you. But either way, the first round by alternate realities. Now, finally, we are seeing some, competitive matches coming in actually, where both the teams are going 1 for 1, and that's gonna be some quick presence shown towards the garage. So that's the space being taken. Cam will quickly send out the nano storm to make sure that there's no one pushing out from them. Well, looking at the positioning of the entire team of
Mhm.
Hyderabad Hydras, Spike, since not yet been committed, but towards the C side, shows me that they probably would want to end at C. But if in case things go southwards, they can still switch things up, maybe go towards B or A. But as of now, since they do not have any map control apart from that space outside of the garage, I think so they need to, somehow use these utilities and again clear those close angles because alternate realities. They've had so much time and space to work
Oh
with. They
no.
can take to that area
Oh
for
no.
themselves and maybe surprise the entire team of Hyderabad Hydras. That's going to be the engage coming in,
Ah.
straight down. Sheesh.
Not the best of the timing out there. Come on, the KJ was right present. Still, Fnu made his way outside the garage, found one, and took a player down. For now, it's a lot of number loss coming on the sides of
30
Hyderabad
seconds
Hydras.
left.
Things are not looking good for them, and it all comes
One
down to two
enemy
remaining
remaining.
players. Make it a one for
Spike
now.
down B.
Kilatas finds one onto Hyperfiction, but that's all he could do before he gets taken down from F Noob, and that's going to be the second one on board. I mean, more or less the KJ right outside garage, if he would have found one on that jet, things would have been different. F Noob literally came
True.
out of garage. He found one where the KJ was on the right side of the garage itself. So things would have been different. But yeah,
Here.
flashes on time is what helped F Noob, and he got blessed with that life. But the scoreline is a 2-all already.
Absolutely. And just as you mentioned, very close game coming in. But looking at the economy, I think alternate
Ah,
reality should be
again.
the one who would be in a very comfortable position. And that scan, that reveal is just going to reveal so much. And the Omen duel being won by call to Ifnu. What a crazy angle to hold it
Spike
directly gets
down
one. In the
A.
meantime, Legion supporting him from backside quickly will spot the spike. And that's going to be another dash going in. Will Jet survive? That's the question.
One
Aims
enemy
in a very
remaining.
awkward position, will get that shot in, but only for so long as Hyperfiction is there for the cleanup. He's all on camo and he cannot do anything more than that as he's paranoid into that one close corner. Cannot get out of it. And that's the lead in favor of alternate realities.
Good start, I would say, from the sides of Hyderabad Hydras as they got the pistol and the advantage for themselves. But right now, alternate
Yep.
realities with consecutive rounds is just being a big problem for Hyderabad Hydras. They do have the Omen ult to, work around with, and in the attacking side itself, you can actually utilize it to get a complete side control and go in early before the
Oh,
defense side comes up and get the plan done. But for now, F Noob with that operator. Okay, if you peek to the window garage, you are done for. But look how aggressive he is. It does not even matter whether it's a vandal or a phantom or an operator. He will be going ham towards his enemies. For now, blessed with the life that he has, he will be going behind. But Hyderabad Hydras, they have lost the numbers over and over again to start things off. They've lost the KJ, which also means the opportunity for alternate realities to go in for the backstabs are completely open now.
wait. That is
Ow.
true, and that's not. My goodness, the execute is actually very solid because you saw indeed Omen steeping towards that top. That's going to be Hyperfiction taking him down. I do not know why Falcon did that smoke, but it did not work out for him at all.
Still trying to figure out on what the smoke was exactly and what did that smoke block, but the Rolling Thunder comes into the play. Why would the KJ not check behind? He did find him, but that's just a cleanup job being done. So much has happened in this round. I'm not really sure on how did alternate realities let go of this round for themselves. Hyderabad Hydras, they get the third one on board. The Rolling Thunder was invested. There was one player right down Haven and one towards the main. And you know that's pretty expected, right? Whenever you try to take the A control, that's pretty expected. There's going to be one player who stands right down the Haven itself. But alternate reality is important round, but still they do have a full buy for themselves.
That is true. And look at the buy. Both the teams have exactly the same buy. Both have got one off, and all the rest of the players got Vandal, and that's the battle if Noob wins it out. Aims not that very quick, and whenever you want to peek mid window, you always want your team to either put in a flash so that you can get posted or probably try and paranoia them out of that position. For now, Noob's still gonna have the control of the garage as well as the B main, so not gonna let go of that space. And even in the previous round, we just saw how quickly Hyderabad Hydras lost their one player in the mid window. So this mid window play is not working out for them. It's been happening for 2 rounds over and over again. But in the end, they still somehow managed to win the round, right? They have still got that execute in. They've got that plan figured out. So just like the previous one, this time again they're working their way towards the A. They used from the shadows by Omen towards the heaven, making sure that they've got that control, putting the site anger in a pinch situation. But as of now, it seems that they do not have that tool, so they still are holding on to it a little bit more towards that execution.
Yeah, they are looking forward to do that. But right now, Hyderabad Hydras, they've lost their duelist. So the responsibility onto the Breach is way too much. You know, Breach is known to be the pseudo duelist for his team. And the job is done right. They got the site for themselves and they do have the plan done for. Now, alternate realities, they do have two of the ultimates to work around with. But that's going to help the players itself. And look where the KJ is. This is going to be so vulnerable. The flank coming in. KJ is right behind the back of these players, and this is going to be very vulnerable. But the footsteps to be given for Rolling Thunder comes up. A lot of trades called. He finds a 2K for himself. It all goes down to KJ being the last player. He is towards the CT. What is Koto doing? Why would he be sticking that? He does go in for the half defusal, knowing for a fact that he did not have the time. But Kamov comes from behind, takes him down. And that's going to be Hyderabad Hydras with one more round. I mean, look at Koto. He did stick to that defusal, but when it went down to the aim duels, it was KJ coming up on the top. Not just for that round, but in the overall leaderboard as well. Fourth one on board for Hyderabad Hydras. Alternate realities. Both of the rounds that they have lost, I feel scared. They have made mistakes. They need to actually work on that, or in the longer race, it's going to get them into a lot of difficulty.
Yes, that is true. But I love the fact how both the lurkers were the one who were last men standing for their own squads, right? You saw Omen lurking right from the spawn, and then you also saw Camo lurking right from the CT spawn. So it was so very fun to watch, and it's so competitive even till now. I'm just enjoying this match as a whole. And again, we're walking into the 7th, 8th round of the game actually, and this time, since no attention has been shown towards the B, we are looking towards the garage. Maybe a fight being held there. And look at the angles that have been held on. Look at the space that have been taken. If you're seeing from alternate realities perspective, they've got control of A main, they've got control of C main. They know that there's no one towards B. So all they have an idea is that maybe it's just one space that's being held by Hyderabad Hydras, and thanks to that they've already got one pick and now are moving backwards because they know Hyderabad Hydras have been going in for those fakes time and time again, and that's exactly what's happened even now.
No way, Falcon. He just entered the site without even having his teammate nearby, and they do have the entire site control for them. For now, Kalki will be going in for a plant and not the best of the decision to dash in, but he still converts one. The trade comes up for Falcon, and it's still a 3v3 that we are talking about. These peaks need to be completely clear. Falcon finds one onto Code to two remaining players. Hyderabad Hydras, both of them peeking all together. The last surviving player is quite low. This is a 1v1 Hyperfiction. Will he be able to do that? The spike is planted, and now Opping aims. He needs to just rely on those aim duels. Converts a 3 kill, ladies and gentlemen. Hyperfiction gets taken down. Hyderabad Hydras, 5th one on board. this is an attacking favored map, and we have already talked about it. The decision of F Noob to actually dash in that way did find him one, but that's all he could do, and that's where everything started to falter apart. After that, I feel it was just bodies piling up here and there, and it was Hyderabad Hydras taking the round. But right now, alternate realities, they know how important this is. They'll be going in for a timeout, and a lot of strategies would be made. But scared, I really wanted to ask you, what do you think went exactly wrong in the previous round itself?
To be honest, it just seems to me that alternate realities, even though they have the idea as to where Hyderabad Hydras will be, they're just not being very quick enough. They're kind of waiting for Hyderabad Hydras to plant the spike and then they try to retake. And honestly, the speed of the retake is just a little slow that Hyderabad
Hmm.
Hydras getting good after plant position. So if they switch the gears, maybe try to take the space faster than they are taking it, they might as well put Hyderabad Hydras in a situation where they get confused and pressurized if they should plant the spike or they should go for the fight first, and or they should probably focus on the after plant positions, try to get a few pickoffs. That kind of confusing situation could help alternate realities because it's 3 rounds in a row now. We've seen Hyderabad Hydras
Yeah.
losing one person towards B side and then quickly converting it to a hit. Now, since that's been happening time and time again, I think so. Alternate reality should now have a pretty good read. And look at that, they have 3 stack day. But again, Hyderabad Hydras know that. So they're full 5 men stacked C and they're looking to hit it from C main. Anand,
Completely agreeing on.
bolo?
But for now, alternate reality, slowly and steadily, five out of five, I do see four of the ultimates ready. I mean, look at that. They have the Omen, the Jet, KJ, and so to be very honest, the Omen alt on the defender side just feels like a recon, maybe an expensive recon that they have for their team. But yeah, slowly and steadily, C left completely open for execution, and now that's where the sides of Hyderabad Hydras do have the complete C under their control. 3 players towards the backstab. Okay, now this is interesting. Will the KJ lockdown be invested onto? This is a save round coming up from the side of Hyderabad Hydras, and they have decided to just give it away. Maybe work around to find 1 or 2 frags, upgrade the weaponries, and then think if they want to uh, you know,
Oh,
was the KJ
what?
lockdown coming up? I mean, not really sure on why did they actually invest onto the KJ lockdown. Noob does find one. That's going to be the second one down. F Noob with the third one. This is doable. Hyderabad Hydras left with one last
Whoa!
remaining player. Now I completely understand why the KJ lockdowns were invested. It all goes down to one last remaining player. 8 HP and a
Oh!
green. The diffuser being stuck, but on the other side, Noob. No way, he
No!
did go down, but he gets the round on board for Hyderabad Hydras. Time not being the best friend. So much has happened in this round. Both of the cages investing onto the ultimates. F Noob with the, Blade Storm. Everything was looking good until and unless time just decided to cut off all the relations. And that's where Hyderabad Hydras, they got the sixth one on board and four in a spree as well.
My goodness. I mean, it's so fun to break that round down to only the fact
Yeah.
that, the Hunter's Fury was also invested to break the lockdown of Hyderabad
Yep.
Hydras. They did manage to do that, but what they did not take care of was the nano swarm on the spike for the post plan. That's the only thing. But wait, Hyperfiction, you can probably go in for it.
Oh,
Hey,
oh no!
my
No!
God!
Ouch!
Falcon falling to
Ouch!
his death, and the one to push him to the limit was Hyperfiction. My goodness gracious,
You
no
know,
way we witnessed that.
it just
Oh
it
my
just felt
God.
like it pushed him down the window, and it was all done for. But yeah, jokes about the side is completely under the control once again. F Noob dashing in without his teammate support. I mean, come on, this is not gonna work every single time. Right now, it definitely is working for them. Kotu finds 2K, and it all goes down to one last remaining player. Kalki gets taken up from Kotu with 3K for him at the
I
same time. And a good round for alternate realities. The half diffusal will be given on to his teammates, and that's going to be the Rolling Thunder online. But a good round, to be very honest. The way F Noob just dashed in as like, what's exactly happening? But yeah, more or less, it's a good round for other sides of alternate realities.
Absolutely. I mean, starting from the first minute and that first fight between Hyperfiction as well as Omen, that fall to the death. My goodness, that was
Yeah.
actually something that we don't usually see. But just as you mentioned, it looked like Hyperfiction pushed him to his death
Pushed him,
because he
yeah.
had absolutely nowhere else to go, and it was like, "All right, I'm out." But I can only imagine his teammates saying, "Do a flip." While he's just dropping down and he's already 10 15 HP remaining. But nonetheless, jokes apart, looking at the previous round, finally alternate realities are getting their footing back in, right? And
Yeah.
it's just starting because of the same thing that we mentioned, that they need to make these proactive plays while Hyderabad Hydras are planting the spike, and that is exactly what happened. They took a fight up in heaven, taking that heaven control, giving them even more room to work with so that they could just jump in towards the side from the link and then try and take that space while they've got the support of Hyperfiction from heaven, and taking control of that space is extremely important. Alternate realities, finding that one point out is the thing that now have pushed Hyderabad Hydras for that timeout. So that timeout is going to be detrimental because we might possibly see a change in pace from them, or maybe a change of plans. They haven't worked towards B. Yes, they always, kind of start from B and then go towards the A side, but they haven't fully committed to a B hit. And honestly, it seems alternate reality might have the same idea, but this time, Hyderabad Hydras looking for a C execute.
Oh no, Caught to his position is so vulnerable. To start things off, he finds one onto open noobs and he will just go behind and fall
Okay.
back. Kalki finds a one kill up with first one as well, but Caught he can be pretty vulnerable though. He gets taken down. The Rolling Thunder comes up into the play, and now it's just going to be bodies piling up. Hyperfiction with a
Player
3K.
standing.
The last player to survive a 1v1. Now this is a Soa versus a Soa. He'll definitely wait in for a tap. The owl drone is available, but 20 HP and a dream. No utils whatsoever. He does need one or, but hey, this is vulnerable. His positioning is not anticipated. He still finds him. The best of the timing. Legion shuts him down. And the fifth one
Last
for Ultimate
round in the
Realities.
half.
Even after, investing onto the Rolling Thunder, Hyperfiction converted 3 kills out of their Kotu to start things
Ow.
off. I mean, come on, a good round over and over again for the sides of Alternate Realities. And look where we are, 5-6. No matter how many times we emphasize on the fact that this is an attack favor map, Alternate Realities on the defending end, they are doing a great job.
Absolutely. And the buy for both of these teams is just so very broken at this point. I mean, for Hyderabad and Hydras, yes, not a good
Oh
buy, but
no.
for now, we're going to quickly see the engage towards the garage. Noob dropped down to 60 HP, has to retreat back to safety, and the aftershock is just going to give him enough space. Okay, Camo. Not the swarm you wanted to put, but nonetheless, still would be able to take control of that space at least. And Hyderabad Hydra sticking to their game plan since the beginning. This time they're going in for an A split, and Falcon quickly provides an opening to his team.
Yeah, he definitely does. Hyperfiction
Whoa.
with a 2K over and over again. Hyderabad Hydras, they are losing
Oh,
number, but Killa comes up,
Last
he
player
equalizes the
standing.
entire situation, gets the
Spike
advantage at the
down
same
A.
time. Hyderabad Hydras down with one last remaining player. Now, here's the thing. The player, the Sova out there does have the ultimate to walk around with, but the... Ah, come on. Before even I could
charges.
complete my sentence, Noob finds him, shuts him down. And guess
Switching
where we
sides.
are? A 6-all equalizer. In the map of Haven itself, which is known to be so much
Placing
attack
alarm
favored,
box.
it is a 6-all. Hyderabad Hydras versus Alternate Realities. Now, this is going to be very difficult. When it comes down to Alternate Realities, to be very honest, we have seen Noob being very aggressive. Maybe it's towards the A shot or garage. Every single time, F Noob seems to be pushing, to being aggressive, and he dashes back instantly. So now, I'm just imagining on what is going to happen when Alternate Realities is on the attacking side. They need to push in, they need to create space, and I feel, F Noob will be the best one with the responsibility onto his shoulders.
that is true. Talking about creating space, that's exactly what they need to do. So As of now, Hyderabad Hydras, the game plan was working out very well, but alternate reality is just finding their footing in that zone. The jumping is going to spot a couple of players. The F noobs going to
Oh no.
quickly go in for that side hit. The execute is there. That is a very
Oh.
good use of utility hopping aims. Could not do anything, just standing for his death. Legion quickly takes care of Falcon as well. In the meantime, they've got the entire side control, and all five of them standing very strong. 3v5, the retake will definitely come in, but the question is, how will Hyderabad Hydras come out of this pinch, Dakshita?
Oh, it's difficult. It's very difficult. Hyperfiction is pretty low. But look at the angles being holding. Campo finds
One enemy
one to
remaining.
get taken down.
What?
It all goes down to one last remaining player. Hyderabad Hydras! Come on, Kotu!
Jeez.
You cannot every single time destroy your opponents with the burst coming up from Classic itself. But to be really honest, alternate realities, this execution was so perfect. The shock darts, the smoke, the stun, everything was just so perfect until and unless it was the KJ from the sides of Hyderabad Hydras towards the garage, who came in as a surprise and found two frags to get taken down from his clone KJ, the opposition KJ itself. So, to be very honest, alternate realities, they got the round for themselves and they will be investing onto two phantoms. Now, this is pretty huge. If they lose onto those, it's going to be very difficult. The early stun comes up, and same is the case with reveal. But look at the smoke itself. They have smoked the entrance, which means they are gonna, stop alternate realities. This is a
Hmm.
warning sign. But towards the A side, I do see three players. A shot is
Oh,
where opping aim is with the shorty, and if they walk into his crosshair, it's gonna hurt them a lot.
that is true. For a second, I thought they might actually make a crossfire of that, but it just seems that it's going to be a normal execute hit coming in from A as the heaven has been smoked off. Quickly, F2 goes in towards the side. He's got a phantom in hand though. That Paranoia is just going to make sure they've got the space. Legion quickly taking care of opting aims, making sure that there's
Spike
no
planted.
one creating any more problems or any more space. Now, Killa is definitely in heaven, can create some space or some problems, but looking at the afterplan position, it seems very solid. So it's going to be difficult for Hyderabad Hydras to take control of the site again, considering the fact that they're on their save route. Only got a couple of sheriffs, a frenzy to work with. So it just seems that it might be better off that they die off to the spike because Fno quickly getting another pick. Talk about two of them as Killer also gets taken care of in the heaven.
One enemy
And the
remaining.
Nanostorm was there to delay the push coming in from Falcon. Low HP, tries to go in, directly jumps in the crosshair of Core2, and that Omen duel is being won by him without any major problem. Another round, and they've got a lead of 2 now.
A clean round overall. A very clean round. The execution on the attack side coming up from the side of alternate reality seems to be so perfect. Now, if I talk about the post plant as well, there was Hyperfiction right present down the haven. The stun was ready. He was just waiting for his teammates' call. And look at his 11 assist. Hyperfiction on that breach has just been so phenomenal. He is just doing all that he can. Pseudo duelist for a reason, but oh no, reveal comes up. Okay, cam of that pretty vulnerable position coming up. Not just one but two is what he converts. Might go in for the third one as well. He does have the two, and that's because of his teammates' support at the same time. Alternate realities. This time the execution does seem to be failing. Offering aims
down,
finds
C.
two on the other side, and now alternate realities, they're just left on with one last remaining player. Where the player is? Well, towards the B backside. What? The Irvin is completely towards the B backside, making his way towards the A link and slowly, steadily, maybe towards the A side to get the plan done. But Killa has his
Ah,
aim perfect. Yeah, it is perfect. That's
oh
a
my
perfect
god.
phantom headshot coming up. Flawless being answered by flawless. I am enjoying today's day. Scared. I'm literally enjoying today's day. No one-sided match, but a complete intense competition.
Indeed, and this might actually be, the first overtime that we might witness in Rise of Legion because it just seems that these teams are so evenly matched up. Plus the counter strats that they've been cooking up time and time again. Hyderabad Hydras having a perfect read that alternate realities might try to push in through the garage, and they had a perfect crossfire setup for that choke point, making sure that they've got the control of that space, getting a couple of picks early on, and then just working with their numbers, stopping any kind of push coming in. So that was a brilliant play from them. And again, the shock dart to have the control of A main. He did concede the space entirely, though. Little does he know that the presence towards the A was just a fake. as there's again continuous peek coming in from Falcon, making sure if there's anyone. Oh my goodness! Noob, that was just a nasty shot coming in, and with that, the control of the side as quickly aims have been taken down as well. He tried to make some space. Kalki was there, but the
Spike
trades
planted.
somehow go in favor of alternate realities. Hyderabad Hydras with only 2 people remaining and a couple of rifles they do have in hand to work with. But all of that just to sell, a fake that maybe they might be on site. Everyone playing off the site in this after plant. I don't know how Hyderabad Hydras will win this one. It just seems nigh
Oh, it's going
impossible.
to be difficult. It's difficult. It's next to impossible for them. The drone comes in. So is the case with Smoke. Every single time they are trying to do something, they are gonna get denied. But the Omino, that's a one-way now. If you even try to enter that, that's gonna be so difficult. Perfect smoke being placed right at the position, and I feel the best decision that Hyderabad Hydras have right now is to save the weaponries. I mean, not exactly a one-way, but yeah, the smoke was perfectly placed on top of the box itself, so that anyone who tries to even diffuse the spike sneakily gets taken care of from the leg shots or the body shots coming up. But to start things off, the way F Noob got this one on Omen, oh my god, that was a great shot coming up. And now it all goes down to the ninth one on board that alternate realities have for themselves. After a 6-all scoreline, we are here with a 9-7, 3 rounds on the attacking half, and right now they have the Sova's ultimate, the Hunter's Fury to work around with. Now, it completely depends upon alternate realities if they want to invest it onto information or on the post-plan scenario. But for now, Fnoob slowly and steadily they are making their way towards the A side. But look where the spike is, not yet decided if they are going to take an A execution and the KJ towards the garage now. This can be a bit difficult to tackle if the bodies start piling up.
Yes, because the fighting squad is there on towards the B to welcome entire line of alternate realities, but they just do not seem to be interested at all. They have an idea that Sova's been pushing up A main time and time again, so maybe we just stand there a bit, do not show any kind of presence. Maybe we might get a pick off or so, and then we can
Hmm.
work our way around, trying to figure out the position. But for now, Nobis quickly gets the better of Cam there, takes him out in the garage, had the idea of his positioning, and that's the opener that they needed because now the spike has been committed as well. They are moving towards the A site, and guess what? It's entirely empty. There's no one towards that site. Omen Smokes goes out. It should be a simple execute without any major difficulties. Hunter
30
Fury is
seconds
definitely
left.
there for them, but quickly aims, tries to jump onto the site, making a proactive play. Gets 1-for-1 traded, and that's going to be the aim duel coming in. Legion winning that out yet again. Gets the opener for his team as well as put them in a massive advantage of a 4v2.
Oh, well, the smoke is something that I'm looking forward to right now. I mean, look where it has been placed already. For now, Falcon is trying his level but best, but there's going to be a double peak coming up. And look at Legion where he is, even if he tries to enter. Come on. The entire way has been blocked by a lot of smokes coming up. As soon as Falcon is visible, they'll be trying his level best to take him down. It all goes down to one last remaining player. Falcon, he is low, but Legion is down to
Oh
2
my
of his health.
god.
Come on, that's just too much to ask from Legion straight away. Tries to take one. The heading does come in. This is yet doable. The time is something he needs to be careful about. Legion, 2 HP, a 3k, a wallbang shot coming up. And that's the double digits. Alternate realities. They did not even need to rely on Hunter's Fury for this round. They just went in all gun blazing. And I really love the way, alternate realities got this round. I mean, to start things off, they left the KJ all by himself towards the garage to get one frag, and the opponent KJ was taken down for, which opened up a lot of opportunities, making their way towards the A site, which was completely open for business. They, the sides of alternate realities, they got Hyderabad Hydras into a lot of problems. They literally made them scratch their heads on what the execution is like. The last 30-second execution did work in their favor, and alternate realities, they got the best of that round, to be very honest.
Indeed. And with that, they actually pull off a timeout as well. So
Yeah.
this time it's Falcon who's pulling off the timeout. So Hyderabad Hydras definitely need that. They need that break in momentum. They somehow need to get a hold of what's happening in this match because alternate realities just seem to be winning out on those trades every single time. Now, yes, as
Mm-hmm.
close as previous round was, 2 HP on Sova, 10 HP on Omen. Still, it was a 3v1 situation, almost
Yeah.
impossible because of the crossfire setups coming in. And now it has pushed Hyderabad Hydras to a save round. Three sheriffs to work with, couple of full shields invested though, not quite sure why that is, and a couple of classics in hand. So they've still probably got it because we know that their aim is really solid and it only takes one headshot to take that rifle off their hands. Ames also has got his blade storm to work with, so definitely a doable round for them if in case they manage to get a few picks, that is. And look at the proactive play, taking a lot
KJ.
of space of
Oh
entire
no.
C. But in the meantime, alternate reality just answering back. That's going to be the duel coming in, a perfect plan. Oh my goodness! He missed every single one of those knives. Kalki was there to clear things out. But my goodness. I mean, that's the moment wherein you say, no one saw that, but for now, we're going to quickly see the duels. That's the rifle upgraded and quickly helping them out as Legion gets taken care of. That's already down to a 2v5 situation. And now a 1v4. How much can one man do? Two of them low HP. That's Omen taken care of. And nothing more than that found as Cam quickly finishes score 2 off, and that's going to be the diffuse. A thrifty round coming in for Hyderabad Hydras, and all on the back of the pick from Kalki as well as Cam.
I have two things to highlight in this
Probably
round.
best to play as a team.
First things first, the
So,
knives being
what's the
missed.
plan?
Come on! Hyderabad Hydras, not the best way that you miss on those knives. The KJ, the alarm bot was placed right outside C, and he had the information that there's one player who is gonna aggress. Breach and Jet coming all together from C made their way towards the B itself. The blind was on point. The breach blind was completely on point. But indeed, it was KJ getting taken down. But here's the thing: it was traded as well. Kalki got one kill with the sheriff. At the same time, the second thing to highlight for is the alternate realities. I mean, it was Hyderabad Hydras having no buy whatsoever. They relied on to sheriffs. They found one on KJ. They upgraded the weaponry. The prime vandal helped. The sides of Hyderabad Hydras gained two frags, and that's when everything started falling down for the sides of alternate realities. This is not a good sign. Alternate realities this time out is going to be very, very important for them. And looking at both of these teams right now, Hyderabad Hydras, the Omen Alt, the KJ Lockdown, and the Rolling Thunder as well to be invested onto. On the other side, there's going to be Hunter's Fury, Bladestorm, and the Omen Alt. So it all completely depends. Now, to what I feel like they can go in for a fake. I mean, they can make a lot of noise towards the C side and or maybe the A side. Call in for a rotation from Hyderabad Hydras, and the Omen can use his ult, get the spike, get the side control, and plant it. But it all depends if that would be the case.
Oh.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
I mean, I wasn't quite sure when the play started what Ames was actually thinking to make that out, but he definitely did not anticipate 3 or 4 people standing there. That's a 1-for-1
Yeah.
big trade coming in, and it's down to a 4v4. So no ults lost. That's one thing coming in for them, but either ways, now since the round has slowed down, and mind it, it's only still 1 more minute remaining on the clock. So that's a lot of action that happened in the starting phase of the map.
Spike dropped.
It seems that alternate
I got
reality have a
spike.
solid idea as to where they want to go. Yes, that's right, into the Killjoy setup. And that's going to be the Nano Swarm to delay the push. Recon Dart's going to reveal the position. Quickly Gamma going off the side. That's going to be Hunter's Fury committed. Cam seems to be in a pretty awkward space. Will be taken down by the spray coming in. Kalki is good, taking down Hyperfiction, already down to a 3v2 situation. Hyderabad Hydras are ones in favor. Strike not been planted yet, so they do not have the time. That's going to be Corti getting one, but only to fall after the first pick. That's going to be a team ace, Hyderabad Hydras. So even after the alternate reality took a timeout of that, Hyderabad Hydras are the ones securing the round.
Such messy rounds coming up after and after. I mean, over and over again, every single time you see there is something which is happening which is completely out of our expectations. I mean, I don't think both of these teams have even expected for this, but 10-9 over and over again, this is going to be an equalizer if Hyderabad Hydras are able to pull this off. And looking at alternate realities, they have invested onto those jet knives as well. The reveal is going to get them into a lot of problems as the location do get compromised, and this shock dart being on point as well. The operator will be that of any use. The dash in comes, but the knives do not connect. F Noob gets taken down. Legion joins the same party as well. The shorty in the hand could not do anything. Hoping aims is done for, and now Alternate Realities is left with 3 remaining players. The spike is getting planted, but there's going to be the investment of the KJ logged out as well. But hey, look at Omen. Look at Omen right towards the spawn. Is where he has placed himself. Will be able to convert one. It all goes down to one last remaining player. One player gets detained, but I think it's completely all right. The Omen ult right at the back spawn itself is going to help them a lot get back those numbers. Kamov is trying to clear the shot, but yeah, the best of the timing that Noob has for himself. Alternate Realities with the 11th one. I feel the Omen ult was actually invested in for a good cause. I mean, look at that. He just went all behind the spawn itself. He found one before he got... I mean, he did not even get taken down. That's a complete different story. But the KJ... Oh, he was just gathered all around with enemies over to him. And he could not do any single thing out of that situation. 11th one, ladies and gentlemen, Alternate Realities, one more round, and they are on the match point. Hyderabad Hydras.
That's how you survive.
They need to pull this back. If they are not able to do this, it's going to be done for Alternate Realities. They'll be rolling in with a lot of momentum, but once again, a B window push is what I do see coming up from 2 players. Not just one, but 2. 2 players on backstab. That's a lot of information at the same time.
Yeah, and since they've all pushed so quickly, it's all onto Noobs to actually spot them out and finish them off. And he's done his work. But does he anticipate the second one? That is going to be the question. Spike not yet planted. I'm not quite sure why they did not plant the spike, though. They've got the full control of the site. Now will finally go down. But looking at the situation, that's going to be the Hunter's Fury being used up. Did they get a ding? That's the question. Probably some chip damage coming in. Finally, the spike has been planted. So I believe they wanted to bait out the Hunter's Fury first, but since it was not baited out first time, it was definitely used up second. That's going to be the quick cleanup crew coming in. Camo, very solid with that martial shot, and that's going to be F-Noob. Hyperfiction holding out on the side. 3v2. One ultimate to work with. That's going to be the Rolling Thunder. Do they invest it? That's the question. Kondu tries to go in for the play. Cam is right there. Brings it down to a 117 HP in the hands of F-Noob. Will he get the pick? No, it's the answer. It's Cam with 4 finishes in the round. Gets his team up to 10th. And only 1 round difference. It's a thrifty coming in for them. My goodness, Dakshita. What was that?
Alternate Realities. Not the best of the round that they have let go. They did anticipate 2 players on the backstab itself. The flash did give Noob a lot of information of 2 players being behind his back. He was able to convert one, but the bodies that just went down in the site itself was not a good sign. Again, highlighting the martial shot coming up from the sides of Kamov. That was so good. That was a headshot wall bang coming up. I mean, come on. 10, 11, Opping once again aims with the operator for himself. His location gets compromised, but on the other side, the execution more or less is towards the seaside itself. Why is there a rotation being called off? Well, for now, the breach will be sticking forward, and there's a lot of information that he has. The dash in comes up, and so is the case with stun. Not the best of the decision. Flash is on point. F2 finds one, but a 1-on-3 trade, not at all good for the sides of Alternate Realities. This is such a messy round coming up. In the smoke is where Kotu finds himself. He finds 1-on-1v2. The attacking lockdown is invested onto. He's down to 45 of his health. The 1v2 is what he needs to clutch out for his team to get them to the match point, or else it is going to be an equalizer. But for now, his location gets compromised. The out zone, the reveal, everything comes up, and now it's impossible for him to run away, trying to take both of them down, being held up from both of the angles. As soon as he peeks from the other side, Ames would find him, take him down. This is a 11-all equalizer. This match is just getting on my nerves right now. I mean, kudos to both of these teams. 11-all is what the scoreline looks like. I remember us having a discussion on the fact that Haven is an attacking favored map, but you know what? Just scratch it for now, because it does not even matter. All they're relying onto is the strategies, the utils, and the aim. That's it.
I mean,
On my mark.
ask you a question. What are the chances that you will... I know that, because for now, Ames holding the entire A main with his operator, and the entire team of Alternate Realities have been dropped down to an eco. They've just got sheriffs in hands to work with. And just a few more things. That flash is finally going to push him off the angle. Maybe only so much as he gets
Spike
the
down
first
A.
pick. Legion taken down, but FNU quickly doing this thing of his own. Both the Sovas been finished off by the Jets of their
Oh,
opponent team. And FNU still standing strong, takes down Ames. My goodness. They're still standing strong. It's a 4v3 situation. It seems alternate reality might actually get this round
Spike
as of
planted.
now, since they'll also be having the weaponry upgrade. Oh
look
my
at Camoff, look
god.
at his position. Come on. He's like, if you are
Jeez.
lurking around, I'm a better lurker, definitely, because I got the best of that position out there. But right now, it's going to be the ultimate D. KJ lockdown being invested coming up from the sides of Hyderabad Hydras, and now they actually need to run away from completely off the side. The Hunter's Fury does come into the play, but right now the Rolling Thunder is activated as well. F Noob with the third one on board. The Rolling Thunder is definitely helping him a lot, and so is the case with Aftershock now. It's all goes him to having an ace for himself. Will he be able to do that? Tries to hit few shots here, and the time not being the best when he will be sticking to that defusal. Tries to run
Oh
away, would
my
have meant it for
god.
the spam. That would have been an ace coming up from the sides of F Noob. Gets denied, but gets the round on board. Ladies and gentlemen, alternate realities with the 12th one on board. F Noob, what a good start. The Sheriff headshot coming up from his end. Oh my god, what was this round? Look at F Noob every single time he was trying to peek in. He got few shots. 4K is all that he had. So close, yet so far away from the ace. And right now, we are on a point where the ball can actually roll into anyone's court. It either can be Hyderabad Hydras, it either can be alternate realities. But the early shock dart and the reveal might just get them an information. But look at
Look
the
him
omen.
again. Yeah, he's in the heaven, and it's the exact same thing that Hyderabad Hydras did. So alternate reality is taking a play of their own book. And now using it again, but the spam is there, Legion. Yes, the pick. Ames has fallen. Hyderabad Hydras down to a 4v5. They have to pull this retake. They've got sheriffs to work with. How are they going to do that? That is the question. Hyperfiction also has its utilities. Even the Jet Knights have been committed in this round. Killa, yes, is in heaven, but the angle is watched out for. Time is ticking, Darshita. They have to make a play happen by this point. The Omen Smoke to block off the vision for anyone playing towards the Stibbers. That's going to be the paranoia, not connecting to anyone. The positions were going to be revealed, but Camo is good for one. F2 quickly takes another one. Falcon, the trains are back and forth, and it's down to a 2v2. They quickly have to take this fight as the spike is not going to be diffused. It is alternate realities winning the game as 13 to 11. But what a nail biting match coming in. I am out of words at this point.
This is a roller
Jeez.
coaster ride that we are into right now, or we were into a while ago. A 360 turn over and over again, the highs and the lows every single
True.
time. But oh wait, I have one thing to highlight here: the Omen ult itself. Right at the ace on the attacking it itself, the Omen went in towards the Haven. He used his ult to go there. But as soon as the Jet came up with the knives right at the position, he actually came back towards the top of the box, and that's where the Jet was taken down. I
True.
mean, oh my god, that was such a blunder. I mean, there was a distraction out there, and the Jet actually falled for that, and it all just went, wrong for the sides of Hyderabad Hydras in the end. So much has happened in this round itself. The retake, they were trying to go in for the retake. It all went down to a 1 versus 2, but Hyderabad Hydras, kudos, man. Though we have the sides of alternate realities getting it for themselves, but I have to give it to Hyderabad Hydras. The way they literally got the sides of alternate realities on their nerves, it was a lot of pressure at the same time. 13-11 is what the scoreline looks like, but this was such a great map to witness.
Honestly, outwardly plays from both of these teams. And it's just
Yeah,
as you mentioned, perfect analysis for that last fight. Because there's just one point that I would like to add is the fact that, I think that Hyderabad Hydras just took a few more seconds longer for the
yeah.
execute than they should have. And because of that, they did not have time. Let's quickly look at the scoreboard coming up because I really want to see the top fraggers performance. And not just that, the
Cool
entire
too.
team, these sides, just doing absolutely insane. Look at the fact that Kortu has six first bloods in his hand, even though he's playing an Omen. got a 302 ACS. But the fact that Cam on the Killjoy has 318, that's just insane. Clearly shows how active he had been in the entire scenario.
Oh yeah, definitely that is the case. I have to give it to F Noob as well. I mean, looking at the entire team of alternate realities, I feel F Noob is that player whose aggression needs to be controlled by his teammate. It's been a while that I do see him playing, and every single time is just so aggressive. No matter if they are on the attacking or the defending half, he tends to be so aggressive. He tries to push. He tries to get the map control. Sometimes there are
Hmm.
blunders being created. Sometimes he does mess around, but I feel that's completely fine. The scoreline that he has answers back everything. 25 kills on Omen. I mean, the last round that he used his ultimate, he came back and the Jet got that kill. The way the entire team from the sides of Hyderabad Hydras actually fell in for that trap. Oh my god, that was something I did not expect. But Kotu and F Noob, they've been two players to look around. But on the other side, came off. I mean, yeah, being on the KJ itself, he is on the top of the leaderboards right now with 26 kills out of his name. He's been doing a great job. But Hyderabad Hydras, once again, a great try coming up. A great try. I mean, over and over again, no matter how much time I repeat myself out of this, but yeah, well played, both of the teams.
Really outwardly placed, just as I mentioned. I was literally out of the words after watching both of these teams play. And again, we did not go in for the overtime.
Yeah,
That's but still, seeing it go so very close that even in the
hmm,
last round, it just came down to that 1v2 duel. And at the end, it was just the time that was not favoring Hyderabad Hydras. And it
yeah,
happened the second time, I believe, that time did not help them out. So it's just a perfect use of utilities coming in from alternate realities. The delays were on point, and even the nano swarm at the spike in the last, that was really very good. Now, I guess that's
yeah.
going to be it for the evening,
Yeah.
Darshita, I guess. So I'm going to pass it over to you.
Oh yeah, definitely. It is gonna be all those matches that we have already witnessed, and right now we have two of the teams already. Two teams more. We are gonna find it tomorrow itself. And Hyderabad, I'd remind you guys once again: be ready for the LAN. All of these actions have been brought to you by our title sponsors Lenovo and Intel. Alongside that, we have a gaming monitor partner as ViewSonic, gaming headset partner Sony and Zone, connectivity partner ACT FiberNet, esports partner the Esports Club, and talent partner Maverick. This is me, Darshita, and alongside me, it's going to be Scared. Signing off for the day. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Happy gaming, and I hope you guys rank up.
good in a while. They want us to simmer down. Can you hear me now?
This is why we play.
Gaming is something more.
I feel it coming.
It's a community made vibrant and real by AI.
Technology helps us to be part of something bigger.
Games play as if they were real life.
Are you with me now? Said, are you with me now? Ain't felt this good in a while. They want us to simmer down. Can you hear me now? Am I going in and out? I stop and just look around to see if you're with me now.
This is why we play. A community.
Thousands of communities.
Tell me, are you with me now? Ready to put it down. Start at the bottom, already forgot it, but they won't forgive me now. You really ain't ready now. You haters just in the crowd.
Nothing can hold you back. So,
So, why do you play?
Do you want to go for a coffee?
Yeah, sure.